We will not be using the internet today, so when you open your Chromebook and you begin to log in, I need you to click on the little circle, and it's usually in the lower left-hand corner unless you've moved your dock to the side. So look for the little white circle. Once you've clicked on the circle, this should pop up, and you will see a little half of a triangle. We call that the caret. Click on that. You are looking for a gray circle with a white camera in it called Stop Motion. You should be able to find it right there on your Chromebook. When you first open Stop Motion Animator, you may get a white box that says, "May we please have access to your camera?" You're going to hit OK or Allow. Next, you will notice that your camera turns on, and that can be a little distracting. So if you would like to turn your camera off, you just click on that first box where it says Off. The next button is how you take a picture. You just simply move your fingers over the trackpad and click on Capture, and you can take a picture. Did you make a mistake? It's super easy to get rid of one of your pictures. Just click the Undo button. Want to see what you have so far? Click on the Play button and see how your movie's coming along. Not liking what you're seeing? Click on the trash can and it all goes away and you can start again. This button's going to take a little bit of practice to use. So recording your voice or music to go along with your animation is where you would click right here at the microphone button. However, sometimes the movie goes faster than your voice, and I noticed that mine got cut off quite a bit. So you might have to do several attempts, which means you clear the audio, the button next to it, and try again. Ready to save your work? When you click on Save, it goes into your download file. The load button is a fancy schmancy way of showing your video in your Google Drive. The bar going across the bottom of the camera is for frames per second. It's also referred to as FPS. And you want to be sure that your stop motion video tells a good story. So we want to see it being built up from the bottom to the top. And that might require some playing in this area. So the slower it is, the more we can see each different piece building upon the other one. Faster, we don't get to see quite as much. So you need a lot of pictures to make it go faster and that we can still see the story. So play with that a little bit and see what works best for your video. For my stop motion animation video, I chose to use Legos. You can choose pretty much anything you'd like to do. Play-Doh, drawing on paper, but you're going to need to capture your images. So for me, I put my laptop down on my desk, and then I elevated the surface so that the camera could just catch my surface. So I put a box underneath it to kind of elevate it up. So you might want to use a can, you might want to use a couple of books, something to bring your flat surface up if you are building upwards. Here's a side view of my setup. I have my laptop, and then I have my elevated surface. I had a pizza box, but I decided that I really just needed a flat surface instead. Now I'm ready to take my first snapshot. I put my first item down and pa-ching, took a picture. Now you're ready to take your second picture by putting something, adding something to your camera, and you will notice that there's a small film over your camera. That's called an onion skin, and stop motion animators use that to keep everything in a line. So that just helps you line everything up for your next shot. Use something little and add that to your first picture and take your second picture. All right, I'm ready to take my third picture, and you can see with my Legos, I'm just adding a little bit at a time. And here's my fourth picture. My house is almost complete. Now I'm wishing I would have added a little Lego person who might have been actually building all of the Lego pieces. But for now, I've got my house done. You ready to see my video? And here we go. Now it's your turn. I can't wait to see what you're going to create with the Stop Motion app.